Joining me now is Candace Owens, founder of the Blexit movement and author of Blackout. Candace, this isn't just about this moment. This is about making conservatives think twice about attending a march or a rally or pretty much anything that relates to an issue they care about if it involves a group of like-minded individuals.
You are absolutely right. And let me also say, and conservatives need to start saying this more, QAnon has now transformed into Blue Anon, right? This is a Democrat run. They are coming up with conspiracy theories and saying that all of these things are going on so that they can rush through policies and push through policies and say, because there's some obscure threat. They're not providing any details regarding this threat. And let me tell you, as a DC resident, it looks like we are under a military occupation. We have been under a military occupation under Joe Biden. You mean to tell me, Laura, remember, this is the most popular president in American history. Why does he need to erect all of these walls around the White House? Shouldn't he be able to just simply walk down the street and shake hands because he's the most loved and popular and most voted for president, more popular than Barack Obama in 2008, and yet you have the Capitol under lockdown and under a military occupation, and now you're extending that occupation because there's some arbitrary threat that we don't know. And you are correct. Right now we are seeing the DOJ and the FBI being essentially weaponized against Americans. I've had friends that attended Trump's speech that have had the FBI show up on their doorsteps and essentially just politically harass them, to question them, to intimidate them, to make them feel uncomfortable being conservative or going to any conservative gatherings in the future.
Candace, also tonight I just saw this on Twitter that Republican Roy Blunt has said that he hopes that military police bolster the Capitol Police for the foreseeable future at the Capitol grounds. These are so-called establishment Republicans. Now they're pushing for more military presence. I don't even think that's constitutionally allowed, by the way, but nevertheless, Republican?
I know, and that it's so insulting. And like I said, this does not look like we live in a free nation. And this does not look like, this looks to me more like what you would expect to see in Venezuela under Nicolas Maduro. This is the kind of protection that Nicolas Maduro has. Yes, who is also, by the way, Laura, the most loved and popular president of all time in Venezuela. And he's got the most popular president ever, the most voted for president ever is Nicolas Maduro. And it doesn't look like it's our country anymore. And as I said, when they started saying that this was only going to be temporary, I laughed. I tweeted early. If you guys think that these are being erected because of January 6th Capitol riots where only Trump supporters died, but Democrats are terrified, right? Then you're out of your mind. It's like saying, 2 weeks to slow the spread. Yeah, that's exactly what these all of these fences that are being erected around DC are. This is it's going to be permanent. They will keep kicking it down. They will keep saying, you know what? Now we have to have it because of this threat, and they are always going to be scant on details because what they want is DC under military lockdown. And that's exactly what they're getting under Joe Biden, our most popular president ever.
They don't want the people to have access to the representatives whose salary they pay. That's the shocking. They don't like the people. Didn't they spend like $2 billion on that visitor center? They shoved everyone underground. Now there's not even going to be a visitor center, so that money was wasted. Candace, unbelievable.
Laura, I thought walls don't work, Laura. Didn't we hear that for 4 years? Walls don't work. So why are they erected all around D.C.?
Yeah, they work in Napa around, I think, Nancy Pelosi's house up there. They work pretty well there. Candace, thanks so much.